There are times in life that literally are moment by moment, and you don't have the strength to even breathe in that moment. Of course, it's automatic, but I just mean you can be so overwhelmed that even breathing seems like a task sometimes. Um, I've found in those times that I just turn on a song I really like and play it really loud over and over again. I'm usually in 3 or 4 meetings a day. And there are times that I have the music blasting until a minute before I'm jumping into that meeting, just so that I have the strength to get through that meeting. We can't run on empty. And in those moments that I don't have a full 30 minutes or an hour or even a full 10 to just really be in God's presence, turning on that song and filling the space around me with worship helps give me that strength to keep going. And then I start talking to a person, and whoever that person is, whether it's in a meeting or it's an interview, I don't know. I feel that strength and that peace coming. And then there are other times that it could just be, maybe it's just the tears, or you're crying out, and whatever that sound coming out of your belly is, you're releasing and you're able to get that strength. Whatever it takes, even if it's just moment by moment and you only have enough in you to get the strength you need for that moment, then do it. God's always right there, ready, willing, with open arms to give you what you need. And he can assist you moment by moment. You don't even have to ask him to give you what you need for the rest of the day. Just in this moment, give me what I need to keep going. Because there's just so much around us that is happening here at home and all over the world. And it's heavy. And there's so much loss. And that is the part I've been camped at in just the last few days, of the loss. And what can you do to really still make a difference and impact on a day-to-day basis without being overwhelmed in the loss or the grief or the suffering or whatever season you may be in right now? Because the devil is very busy and life is happening, but you can't let it happen to you. You can't let it take you out or define you or be the only thing that you focus on, because God is still God. God is still sitting on the throne. He's still in control. He still died on the cross for you to be able to have life eternal with him, and for you to have prosperity. And I don't just mean where you have finances. I mean where you're wealthy in every area of life because of him. So you can't lose sight of that, even in the midst of everything that is going on. That is why I said you need him moment by moment, so that you can keep your focus on him, so that even when everything around you in reality looks completely opposite of what you're believing for, opposite of what you're expecting, opposite of what you wanted, that he's still there. He's still working, even when you can't see it, even when you can't feel it. He's still working. And you've got to remember that and remind yourself of his truth, his promises, and his blessings, because they are yes and amen. God is not man. He cannot lie. And even if he doesn't do it the way you wanted him to, it doesn't mean he's not doing it. So I would just say to be encouraged in that, and to stand on those truths. Pick one promise that he's given you and repeat it over and over again if that's what it takes. But sometimes you have to be like David and just encourage yourself. This too shall pass. Joy comes in the morning, and God's got you. Happy Tuesday.